One of the biggest issues facing us right now is global warming. Its effects on animals and on agriculture are indeed frightening, and the effects on the human population are even scarier. The facts about global warming are often debated in politics and the media, but unfortunately, even if we disagree about the causes, global warming effects are real, global, and measurable. The causes are mainly from us, the human race, and the effects on us will be severe. Societies and scientists have released statements and studies showing that the growing consensus on climate change science. A common objection to taking action to reduce our heat-trapping emissions has been uncertainty within the scientific community on whether or not global warming is happening and if it's caused by humans. However, there is now an overwhelming scientific consensus that global warming is indeed happening and humans are contributing to it. According to NASA, the Earth's climate has changed throughout history. Just in the last 650,000 years, there have been 7 cycles of glacial advance and retreat, with the abrupt end of the last ice age about 7,000 years ago, marking the beginning of the modern climate era, and of human civilization. Most of these climate changes are attributed to very small variations in Earth's orbit that change the amount of solar energy our planet receives. The current warming trend is of particular significance because most of it is very likely human-induced and proceeding at a rate that is unprecedented in the past 1,300 years. The evidence proving that global warming does exist is unequivocal. Earth-orbiting satellites and other technological advances have enabled scientists to see the big picture, collecting many different types of information about our planet and its climate on a global scale. Studying these climate data collected over many years reveals the signals of a changing climate. The evidence for rapid climate change is compelling. There is evidence that sea level has risen and continues to rise. Global sea level rose about 17 centimeters, which is about 6.7 inches, in the last century. The rate in the last decade, however, is nearly double that of the last century. The effects of climate change will likely include more frequent droughts in some areas and heavier precipitation in others. Global temperature has also risen. All 3 major global surface temperature reconstructions show that Earth has warmed since 1880. Most of this warming has occurred since the 1970s, with the 20 warmest years having occurred since 1981, and with all the 10 of the warmest years occurring in the past 12 years. Even though the 2000s witnessed a solar output decline resulting in unusually deep solar minimum in 2007 and 2009, surface temperatures continue to increase. The oceans have absorbed much of this increased heat, with the top 700 meters, which is about 2,300 feet, of ocean showing warming of 0.302 degrees Fahrenheit since 1969. The oceans have absorbed that the ice sheets are also melting. The Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets have decreased in mass. Data from NASA's Gravity Recovery and Climate Experience show Greenland lost 150 to 250 cubic kilometers, which is 36 to 60 cubic miles, of ice per year between 2002 and 2006, while Antarctica lost about 36 cubic miles of ice between 2005 and 2002. There is evidence of declining Arctic sea ice. Both the extent and thickness of Arctic sea ice has declined rapidly over the last several decades. Evidence of glacial retreat exists as well. Glaciers are retreating almost everywhere around the world, including in the Alps, Himalayas, Andes, Rockies, Alaska, and Africa. Extreme events show more evidence to global warming. The number of record high temperatures in the United States has been increasing, while the number of record low temperatures events has been decreasing since 1950. The United States had also witnessed increasing numbers of intense rainfall events. There's evidence of ocean acidification as well. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the acidity of surface ocean waters has increased by about 30%. This increase is the result of humans emitting more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and hence more being absorbed into the oceans. The amount of carbon dioxide absorbed by the upper layer of the oceans is increasing by about 2 billion tons per year. The severity of storms such as hurricanes and cyclones is increasing, and research published in Nature found Scientists have come up with the firmest evidence so far that global warming will significantly increase the intensity of the most extreme storms worldwide. The maximum wind speeds of the strongest tropical cyclones have increased significantly since 1981, according to research published in Nature this week. And the upward trend, thought to be driven by rising ocean temperatures, is unlikely to stop at any time soon. Global warming exists, and it is a serious threat to our planet and everything that inhabits it, including us.